I know there are some of you watching this video for the first time, and some of you are snake regulars, which baffles me, but for those of you who aren't aware, I want to revisit some real historical findings of giant snakes for you. Some of them are alleged because they date back all the way to ancient civilizations, but wicked and cool nonetheless. Let's go back to 2002 when the first fossilized findings of the Titanoboa came to existence, giving scientists a whole new insight of giant snakes once ruling the earth after the dinosaurs. This fossil was found in Colombia's Cerrejon, and to give you a little bit of a backstory of the location, it used to be a tropical swampy forest, with temperatures to around 30 to 32 degrees, 5 degrees higher than our rainforest today. Cerrejon is the best, and probably the only window on a complete ancient tropical ecosystem anywhere in the world, states paleontologist Carlos Jaramillo. But today, it is now desolate and dry, but the tomb of amazing fossil deposits for scientists to dig around in, with its large pits, ranging about 15 miles in circumference. The person to have allegedly discovered the fossil was an intern at the Smithsonian Tropical Research Institute named Jorge Moreno Bernal. He then brought along both Jonathan Bloch and Jason Heed, two other paleontologists from Nebraska and Florida, who then finally gave it the name Titanoboa Cerrejonensis, and took up the length of over 40 feet. The lord of this jungle, they claimed, apparently had a waist so thick that it reached up to a man's waist. Literally slim thick Titanoboa over here. You just never find a snake skull, and we have one, states Bloch. When I find something good, it's a biological reaction. It starts in my stomach. I do as well when researching the Titanoboa. It's called nausea. What about our ancestors from way back when? Like 700 to 1000 AD ancestors. They apparently had the wonderful opportunity to live alongside the supposed Titanoboa. You have no idea how thankful I am to live in a time where I can view giant snakes behind a bulletproof glass. This source comes from the Independent of this year, where there had been cave drawings that were discovered down in South America, also within Colombia, that ranged from, drumroll please, 16 to 43 meters, which is 141 feet for 43 meters. At least that's what Google is telling me. You know those dune sand snakes? That's what I'm imagining right now, and I'm hoping it was one of my ancestors riding on the backs of one of those, like Timothy Chalamet. Dr. Philip Brevis of Bournemouth University says, our field research in Colombia and Venezuela is, for the very first time, revealing a previously largely unknown and unrecorded ancient culture in this remote part of South America. We hope that this will allow the modern world to appreciate the long-lost artistic and other achievements of the people who lived there many centuries before European colonization. There was a total of 7 snakes that covered these walls, created by ancient Native American people in Colombia. An interesting fact as well, a lot of these snake paintings were drawn on high out of reach places due to religious reasons, and the belief that showcasing these high up would act as some sort of oracle for them, using shamans or other mediators to speak for them. If I was a mediator for this, I would probably abuse the system somehow, saying things like, the snake says it needs new leather shoes. Yes, I know snakes don't have feet, but that's apparently what it wants. Breaking news, Titanoboa isn't extinct, but rather being held captive in an insanely rich man's creepy, rusted basement. Yeah, I'm quite baffled as you. I literally can't make this up. Apparently, a rich guy named Kelsey Warren accidentally uploaded a tweet to his X account of a selfie he took, but in the background, people on the internet noticed a giant snake that was behind him. I cannot find the supposed tweet, so I can't give my 2 cents about it. I don't even know if the thing is real, but it's funny to imagine hoarding a giant snake in your basement for whatever reason. The story goes that after this mysterious tweet went viral, people managed to get the CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation, to raid his home, and apparently they found nothing out of the ordinary at first. To quote the next part from the article, Sack the Reality, it wasn't until they discovered a hidden door with a rusted sign that it took a jaw-dropping turn. Behind that door, you guessed it, a 20-meter long Titanoboa, chained in a massive cage. How did he get that giant snake in the first place, and who did he pay to deliver a supposed extinct snake into his basement and didn't think, hey, this is kind of really weird, dude? Then you probably have Kelsey slipping him another 50 grand to keep his mouth shut. There was also apparently video footage of it that one of the police officers took, but then it was deleted for whatever reason. We are once again being teased with the truth, dangling like a piece of cheese on a string in front of us. Now some real tasteful videos of actual Titanoboa snakes, or so these people claim. I'm still trying to be proven about these so-called Titanoboas. This video, obviously scuffed beyond all recognition, shows what appears to be a fairly large snake going across some water or pond. I really can't tell. It's creepy. The uploader of this video is kind of unknown because I see it everywhere, but allegedly this was in the Amazon River. And this guy is long. If I had to estimate its length, I'd say maybe around 20 to 25 feet. Nowhere near a comparison to our Titanoboa friend though. Do you guys remember that one pilot that claimed to see the Congo Snake, Titanoboa, or what have you? Doesn't it kind of look like this snake in the video? And secondly, what is it with people getting uncomfortably close with snakes? This guy looks like he's at least 15 feet in distance within that thing. You do know how fast they can strike, right? I also forgot that some of you are new here and have no idea what I mean when I'm referring to the Congo snake. So let me give you a rundown of this beast. The snake was first discovered, allegedly, by Arthur C. Clarke, a Belgian helicopter pilot who was making his way home after a mission he was doing back in 1959. Clarke states that while he was going over the Congo, he saw his supposed snake and made a couple passes at it while trying to snag the perfect photo. He claims that because he's a pilot, he's able to measure certain things from a distance, giving rough estimates as to how big they would actually be if he was on the ground with them. I would say the snake I saw there was close to 50 feet, Clarke claims. The color was a deep green and brown with a really wide belly. The snake then began to rise upright, rising to about 10 feet in height, with its jaws looking large and triangular. Quote, "It could have easily eaten up a man," end quote. There's also the possibility of wanting to make a quick buck out of something outrageous back then, since life was extremely difficult post World War II. But who knows? I try to keep an open mind, which is probably stupid when it comes to the internet, but it keeps me entertained nonetheless. Let's get into some more giant water snake footage, because when I saw this one, I couldn't not talk about it. In this video, this guy is smart and stays far away from these things, but I think the distance also makes it all the more terrifying. If this is a snake, we can see in this video how terrifyingly long it is in the water, with both the front and the back parts of its body floating without a care in the world. Even towards the end of the video on the furthest right, we can see a section where it's roped off for the public to swim, or what have you. It's right next to it, and it looks like it could be as long as the ropes are too. Are you kidding me? That thing would certainly eat a child. Am I crazy, or is it also heading towards that direction as well? I want to know where this place is so I can add it to my list of vacation spots to never go. You're up at 10 a.m. on a Saturday, and you just so happen to be watching snakes on a plane. You think, I'm hungry, I want some shredded cheese. You go downstairs and out of the corner of your eye you see a giant snake going across from your roof and into the tree that's in your backyard. I'm sorry, but Mr. Snake, do you mind going back into the pits of hell where you slithered out from? Look how lengthy this thing is, and I hate how slow it goes. But honestly, a fast snake is probably much more terrifying. Also, viewers, take a shot for how many times I reference a snake being too long. Let's hope this is the last snake video that I do, because despite all the cool sciencey stuff about it, they are so creepy. That's all from me today. If you're enjoying this channel, be sure to like and subscribe to keep up to date with new content. In the meantime, stay creepy, my crawlies.